Alrighty, freaks, Tim back here to introduce this week's Best of Show. Remember, Sideshow freaks are getting a new episode of DV. Sign up right now so you don't miss a thing. There are several ways to gain Sideshow access. Of course, superfreaksideshow.com. Sign up, you'll get a personalized RSS feed, and you can plug that into most podcasting apps. Of course, if you use Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can sign up for Sideshow access right in those apps. For more information, check out distortedview.com and superfreaksideshow.com. Now, as for today's Best of Show, this was recommended. Someone on the voicemail line called in recently and said we should play this old episode from 2015. It seems to be the very first time we featured Meade Skelton. Wow, a momentous. This is a very important episode of DV. It's truly historic. Oh, also we learn about Vincent Price and his love for mushrooms. It really is a great episode of DV. Sit back, enjoy it. Again, Sideshow members are also getting a new episode later today, so sign up for the Sideshow. Otherwise, I will see you back on Friday to end the week. Bye, freaks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vincent Price.
If I am feeling particularly ambitious, I make a real curry, plus all the side dishes. Many curries are made with meats on the bone, but for my guests, I only want to serve small boys. I like to look around for some really exotic and very hot ones. That's the way my wife likes them. I then skin the boys and take all of the meat from the bone. The easy way is to stab them one at a time with a fork and heat them over a gas flame on the stove until the skin bursts. It then peels right off. What fun. To make the curry itself is child's play. A very simple but a very elegant dish. Nothing makes a more exotic party. I generally lower all the lights and burn a little child to help create a mood. And then I have sitar records and put them on the stereo, and that helps tremendously. Candles winking everywhere are very romantic. The visual display of the curry, all the condiments, and the boys is really spectacular. This meal depends on you to create a mood, so be daring. Use a different tablecloth or a brilliant remnant of material. Pull out all the brass and copper you can find. Wear dangling earrings and a draped sari if you have it, and every bracelet you can find. Your guests will talk about this dinner party for weeks.
Hey, freaks, it's Monday, September 28th, 2015. Coming up on the program today, by the end of the show, you will love mushrooms. Plus, selling slightly used condoms on the street, grossed out by your own cum, and shot through the dick with your own gun. All of this plus your voicemails today on The Distorted View Show.
It's The Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Chew on your own foreskin. Yeah. Fucking hot. Your own beef jerky.
Yeah, Tim Henson with you back to kick off a new week of programs. This, of course, is Distorted View Daily. Got a good one for you. I had no idea Vincent Price had such a passion for cooking. Now, the audio I played at the top of the program was edited. The original recipe for curry did not call for stabbed children. I've been to 7 grocery stores. No one sells tender boy flesh. Anyway, in addition to being an actor, he was a big fan of cooking. He authored several cookbooks and hosted a TV show all about cooking. It's just funny because his voice is so closely connected to horror films and, of course, Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's where I'm sure everyone has heard Vincent Price. There's his laugh. I think I have more from Thriller here.
This is Vincent Price.
Yes.
Michael Jackson is the Thriller. Can you dig it?
That voice is so great, though. He hosted a bunch of, Halloween specials where he'd introduce scary stories.
You came here because I am an expert on the terrors of the night.
Terrors of the night. Tell me, Vincent, what sort of terrors of the night are you referring to?
I love mushrooms.
Well, now that does not seem very scary at all.
They are so delicate, so light, so close to being nothing, but so emphatically something.
There's something about these mushrooms, but there's nothing. You see? It's a paradox, a conundrum, if you will. These mushrooms are nothing, but most certainly they are something. Good evening. This is Vincent Price, and I'm here to sing you a song about mushrooms.
Mushroom.
Plus
nothing
equals
mushroom.
You gotta have
Something.
if you want to eat my
Mushroom. Nothing.
Plus
something.
leaves.
Mushroom.
You gotta have
Something.
if you want to be with me.
I love mushroom.
I just love the way he's so happy about mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I am not afraid to say it. I am going to take a stand here today. I hope the world hears me when I say I love mushrooms.
I love mushroom.
Taking a controversial stance on the whole mushroom issue, Vincent Price, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of want to hear what else he has to say about mushrooms. I've never been this interested in mushrooms before in my life.
They are subtle and tend to be wasted on coarse palates.
Yes.
So, as an ultimate compliment to our guests, we presume they are sophisticated enough to appreciate our pickled mushrooms.
Only attempt this recipe if you are sophisticated enough to appreciate the mushroom. I love how he's pickling the mushroom, though, which is going to alter the taste of the mushroom. You pickle anything, it doesn't taste like the thing anymore. For instance, pickle a cucumber. You know what you get? A goddamn pickle. Doesn't taste like a cucumber anymore. That's for fuck sure. I love mushrooms so much, I'm going to completely alter their taste in this recipe. All right, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. We're spending so much time on Vincent Price talking about pickles. All right, a little more from Vincent, then we'll move on, I promise. I'm sorry, I said pickles. I meant pickled mushrooms. Although he serves the pickled mushrooms with stuffed eggs. And there's really some great audio clips that you could isolate and edit to make Vincent say horrible things, I think. Way worse than the boy curry at the top of the program.
I then mash the yolks with 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. When this is smooth, I mix in 4 tablespoons of finely chopped cooked ham, 1 tablespoon of minced gherkins, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I then mound the filling
Right?
into the whites and garnish them with paprika and little diamonds of ham. These look beautiful surrounding the mushrooms. I like to serve a medium white wine with these. A Chenin Blanc is lovely, or a Fumé Blanc. This dish spells hospitality.
All right, thank you very much, Vincent Price. Moving on now, I've got some black porn to share with you. This was sent in by a DV listener who probably does not want their name released. That's okay. The title of this clip, Fat Ebony Gets Her Pussy Pleased by Black Cock. But before that, she gets down to a little dick sucking.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, making nigga weak in the knee.
That's right. That's your goal, bitch.
Yeah. You already know. Okay.
Ugh. He's like spitting all over the cock. Then things start to get a little sloppy.
Fuck you. You a freak. That's just
Someone's
freaky.
employing the angel grapefruit technique.
And nasty. Go ahead. Oh. Okay.
I can't tell if the guy is enjoying this or not. He's like, okay, all right then. Okay. May just be feeling really intense, or he could be bored. All right, let's move on. Okay. All right, gross. Let's move on to the cum shot, I guess.
Yeah.
Eventually he starts fucking her. Oh my god, she's huge.
Oh, my titties, baby. Come on, my titties.
What?
That's a giant bullseye. There's no way you should miss those titties. If you can't get at least some of your cum on one of those titties, something's got to be wrong with your dick hole. Off to the side or something.
Yeah.
Damn. Alright, okay, back up. That's
Okay, this is really interesting because the video cuts out at the end. Now, she specifically said that she wants that cum on her titties, and she ends up swallowing it, and then he is totally grossed out by the fact that she swallowed his jizz.
Damn. Alright, okay, back up. That's it. Back up. Nasty. Oh.
He doesn't want to be anywhere around his own jizz. You nasty! Get that away from me! Because she's kind of like showing off the cum in her mouth. Nasty ass freak. Next up, I'd like to introduce you to a new U-tard. His name is Meade. Now, here's the thing. Meade has been active on his channel for about 7 years now. So if this is an act, kudos to him for keeping the bit alive. And you know, when someone is this fucking autistic, I question the authenticity. This is obviously a troll, right? I don't know. Do you guys know who this Meade guy is? His videos don't get a lot of views, like 1,000 maybe here and there. So it's not like he's getting famous or getting a lot of YouTube revenue for this. At any rate, here is his most recent video. He's a Christian. He's also a singer. We'll play a couple of clips from Meade, but first, this is his new song, Pervert Marriage. This is a song to support traditional marriage.
Here come the gays. Here come the gays. Pervert marriage, it's not real marriage to me. Pervert marriage, how can it be? I don't mind the gays, they're perfectly fabulous in many ways, but I do not agree.
Big old titties on him. He's got some man boobs.
With homosexuality, marriage should be between a man and a woman. That's how God said it should be. It's always an agenda they're pushing, not about equality. Pervert marriage.
I gotta say, it is kind of a catchy tune.
It's not real marriage to me.
Pervert marriage.
Pervert marriage, how can it be? And I really think our country has gotten way off course. I pray all these pervert marriages end in divorce.
Alright, so that's a little bit of pervert marriage.
Everybody, pervert marriage, it's not real marriage to me.
Alright, that's his singing voice. And, you know, the more I was researching him, he's been on a bunch of radio stations. There's clips of him all over on YouTube performing at various festivals. Not to very large crowds or anything. Here, this is his speaking voice, though.
Buddy,
hey, everybody.
I'm here to tell you about my Invisalign braces. This is what they look like.
Oh, yeah.
There's these plastic clear braces that I got, and mainly I've wanted braces for a long time.
Thank you for watching my video. I didn't mean to bother you. Y'all have a good day now. God is in. Anytime I can fit in a Kane reference, it's got to be about the 5th time this year. I'm sorry. God is in his holy temple.
Doing pretty well lately. I decided to make another vlog for you.
Here's another one.
And I've been traveling a little bit lately. I went up to Loudoun County last weekend to play at the Arts in the Pink Box Park in Middleburg, Virginia.
Yeah, I guess that's where he grew up, because he talks about driving past his high school and shit like that.
And I drove past my old high school, and I was like, painful memories there. But other than the painful memories of loneliness and isolation, it was a beautiful area to grow up, and I do miss my horse.
Other than the debilitating depression and constant thoughts of suicide, I sure do miss that place. I most rightly do. All right, by the way, who could have possibly guessed this guy had a bad childhood?
I don't know. I was also having, though, I was I was very angry lately and sort of very anxious and depressed, and I had words with the Lord, which really concerns me because
Yeah, I was quite sore at the Lord. Words were exchanged. You know, God, you're a real son of a biscuit. And I'm sorry I had to say it, but sometimes it needs to be said. And if you have a problem with that, you can come down here. I will fight you. Mono e deity.
sort of very anxious and depressed, and I had words with the Lord, which really concerns me because I don't use that kind of language usually, but I was very angry with him. But I shouldn't have been angry with him. I should have been mad at the devil. But I told the Lord, you know, why all those things? Where's my wife? How come I'm not married? Where's a real job?
You buried her in your backyard.
And how come I have such mediocre hair? And all these things that make me unhappy. But I think...
Like the top 3 things that are bothering him. Top of the list is he can't find anyone to love him. Second is job insecurity. And third, that fucking mediocre hair of his.
The Lord forgave me. I had a long talk with him later, and he did forgive me. I think the Lord does want to hear from us when we're angry.
I'm guessing there's lots of conversations floating around in that fruity little head of his.
And upset. But God is not our punching bag. We can't just load it all on him, you know. Yeah. But don't, if you're mad at God, tell him. But don't stay angry at God for very long, because it's not a very good place to be spiritually.
Yeah, you be careful what you say to God. All right. Finally, before we get into the news today, I have got a bizarre clip coming out of Chicago.
Yeah, buddy. It's your boy Chicago's very own James J. Hustle Hawthorne. Only in Chicago will a motherfucker try to sell you a used condom.
All right, he's on the street, standing next to a woman who was trying to sell him a condom. I don't think this was staged, because she looks like she's cracked out of her skull.
Used condom.
And it ain't nothing wrong with it, but it was too small.
She said, ain't nothing wrong with it. The nigga dick was too small to fit it.
Yeah, she's holding the used condom. And, you know, it wasn't used in the sense that someone came in it. The dude tried it on for whatever reason. It didn't fit. And now this nice lady is just trying to find out if someone may want to purchase a secondhand condom. You know, it's the same thing. We all go to the shoe store and we try on shoes. Chances are when you purchase a shoe for yourself, someone else's foot has already been in there. Should you just throw it away? No, of course, that's silly. That's ridiculous. All right, it's not quite the same thing, I guess. All right, so here's a woman trying to sell a used condom.
Chicago will a motherfucker try to sell you a used condom.
And it ain't nothing wrong with it, but it was too small.
She said, ain't nothing wrong with it. The nigga dick was too small to fit it.
So I had to give me a dog. Hey, I gotta do it. Roll it back up.
Roll it back up, huh?
Roll it back up, and then...
And put it, I can use it again, but roll it back up.
You can use it for the first time.
God damn, hold on, where we at? We outside of Personnel Liquors. On Madison, on the west side. Only on the west. Only on the goddamn west side. Only on the west side. A used condom. Let me see it, mama. Let me see it.
I'm telling you.
Oh, she said the nigga dick was too small. Oh, shit.
If it was a little bit bigger, I wouldn't be here talking.
Hey, hold on. How much you want for it, mama? How much you want for it?
Give me 50 cents. Give me 50 cents.
50 cents?
Hey.
50 cents?
I mean, in a pinch.
For a used condom on the west side of Chicago.
Hey, because I won't charge him $50, but I had to pay him, to get it off. Because it fell down in his motherfucking pants.
God damn. So you said the nigga had baby dick syndrome?
I don't think he's grown yet.
Oh, shit.
The fact that he can decipher what the hell she's saying is probably the most amazing part of this video.
Oh, hold on, mama. Let me see it again. Let me see that motherfucker. Hold it up. Oh, shit. Only on the west side of Chicago.
It is like...
It's your boy Chicago's very own...
bright red condom. It's like a condom for a clown.
James J. Hustle.
Who wears colored condoms like that?
Hawthorne. And let me see it, mama. Hold on. Let me see it. One more time. Used condom.
Stop blowing on the condom.
Now you say ain't no...
You're reducing its value.
Wrong with it, right?
It ain't been used. I just took it out of the wrap.
Say his dick was too small. All I gotta do is roll it back up.
Roll it back up.
God damn.
She's a businesswoman.
Mama, I'm gonna pass on it today. I'm gonna pass. I can't fit that anyway. I can't fit that right there.
You're a little too big for me.
Hey, shit. Around man, I'm small, but I can't fit that motherfucker right there.
You know what I do? I put it on one of my holes. See, I got 4 holes in a pimp.
You got 4 holes in a pimp?
I put it on there.
She's wearing it on her finger now. No one's going to want to buy your used condom now, lady. Blowing on it, sticking your finger in it. You probably have a shitty hand, using your fingers to wipe your ass. You know what I mean? She doesn't look very clean. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, up, fucked up news right now. If you like Distorted View Daily, or if you're just willing to tolerate more of me, sign up for the Sideshow, support this stupidity. Go to superfreaksideshow.com right now. You get full access to the entire archive of programs, well over 2,000 shows. Plus, every week we do extended shows, exclusive programs, video casts, and more. Tomorrow, I believe we're doing an exclusive program just for paying members. Also, every episode of the show is posted about 12 hours early. So just after midnight, usually, new shows are posted. And then, that's for paying members. And then, if you're a non-paying freak, you'll get the show in the afternoon. So it's, another little perk there if you want an episode of DV for your morning commute. Sign up for the Sideshow. It's very inexpensive. Superfreaksideshow.com. All right. 3 quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up, a BBC TV reporter was harassed in the street while filming a report about street harassment. Sarah Teal was filming outside a conference on the subject in Nottingham when a man directed a sexual comment towards her. All right, look, he said fuck her right in the pussy. It wasn't directed at her, it's just something people say. Drives me crazy when they try to turn this into something more. Oh, it's sexual assault. Fuck her right in the pussy. No, it has nothing to do with you. The East Midlands Today reporter said she was genuinely shocked by what the man said. She said, "It's not banter, it's not funny." Well, let's agree to disagree there. And no one should have to put up with it. Look, you're a television reporter. That's the only reason this was yelled at you. It's because they saw a camera, they saw you were on the news doing a report, then they wanted to get on the news. In the clip, Teal can be heard explaining, well, you know what, I have the clip here, let's just play it.
An online study showed a shocking 95% of people said they had been harassed, either jeered at or had obscenities shouted at them in the street. And a large proportion said they'd also been groped or grabbed inappropriately in public. Yeah, like that.
People took to social media, any chance to be outraged about something. People took to social media to comment on what happened, with many posting messages of support. One post from Helen Briggs simply read, "Shameful." Another from Neil Harrison said, "Name and shame the moronic, sad, pathetic creep." Some said the man's comments were just part of an internet craze. Yeah, while others thought the video had been staged to make a point. Sandy Ostrich, what? Ostrich? Something like that. Said, "I think it was planned or staged." Mickey Gregory said he thought it was someone just cashing in on the trend and trying to be funny. I don't like how that was bleeped either. This is a better fucker right in the pussy from a few months ago.
We're hearing that restaurants have reported a loss between 15 and 20%. So in these tough economic times, we're getting a sense that...
Oh, this anticipation is killing me.
These playoff game nights are not... Fucker in the pussy! Please disregard that.
Disregard that. The guy grabs the dude's microphone. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, a beer, and sunglasses. Oh, let's do another one here. Yes. This is Sky News over there in the UK.
No, but it was also, the House of Commons was also debating whether we should be... Fuck her right in the pussy!
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, the House of Commons is also debating on whether we should fuck her right in the pussy!
I'm gonna fuck some pussy. Only got $20 in my pussy. Yeah, I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. Now, walk into the club like fuck her right in the pussy. I'm just pumped. I bought some shit from a pussy shop. Ice on the fringe is so damn frosty. The people like, damn, that's a cold ass pussy.
All right, enough of that. Second story we have for you today: staff working for fashion giant ASOS. I don't know who they are. Should I? I get all of my fashion from Walmart. I'm a basic edition type of guy. Is that a Walmart brand? Faded Glory. All my jeans are Faded Glory. Staff working for fashion giant ASOS, ASOS, claim they are so overworked they don't even have time to use the toilet. They're just sitting in their cubicle shitting themselves. The GMB trade union over there in the UK, maybe it's a UK brand, claims warehouse staff are so tightly regulated on their work rate that there is no time for some to make the 15-minute walk to and from the loo and have to use the drinking fountain to piss in instead. The union claims workers are expected to pick 65 items an hour from a vast network of shelves at the distribution center in Barnsley, South Yorks, and might be expected to pick about 800 in the course of a shift, walking up to 15 miles in the process. Deanne, Ferguson, regional organizer, says this leaves staff with no other choice but to use the water stations to urinate in. Some ACES workers are suffering sickening indignity, which must stop. ACES must also explain to its employees why they're treating them with such contempt, because as a company, their motivation is solely profits, and they try to squeeze out every ounce of productivity from an employee. All right, some workers are suffering sickening indignity, which must stop. They also should explain to employees why they're treating them with such contempt. The people of Barnsley care and will be disgusted to hear these reports. Workers are genuinely scared as they've been told their jobs will be at risk if they resist. So the GMB has had to organize underground in ASOS, whatever. The online fashion retailer strongly denies the claims and says there are toilets within 4 minutes of every point of the warehouse, which employs around 4,000 people. It also says toilet visits are not restricted to break times. You know, if you have to take an extra long shit, if you've got the trots, as they're called over there in the UK, take a little bit of extra time. Takes extra time to wipe, make sure that there's no smearing left on the toilet paper. That's important. And staff are allowed to go at any time. But a worker who would not be named said there are areas within the grounds from where it would be a 15-minute round trip to use the lavatories. He said staff previously had to be briefed that urinating in water fountains and in the aisles were not allowed. He added, I don't know what their motivation for that was. I don't know if it was because their pick rate was too high, but there are health and safety concerns with people rushing around. The GMB has been holding demonstrations at the distribution center to raise awareness about where the fuck the toilets are. No, about what it calls poor working conditions. Yeah, anytime employees are complaining that they have to piss in sinks or water fountains, there's some poor working conditions there. Final story we have for you. A South Dakota man is currently in custody after telling police he was shot in the penis by a black guy when really he shot himself while attempting to purchase a gun illegally. Convicted felon Donald Anthony Watson, 43, was admitted to a local emergency room late at night on September 6th for a gunshot wound to his cock and balls and told local law enforcement that he'd been shot during a botched robbery. Well, according to the arrest report, Watson said he was shot by a black guy. I think he was black. That reminds me of Cable Guy. I think he was Asian. It's a very obscure reference. Whatever. Who the fuck remembers the movie Cable Guy? It's one of the biggest bombs of Jim Carrey's career. According to the arrest report, Watson said he was shot by a black guy who tried to rob him while he was taking out the trash at his apartment. Well, that sounds about right. Sounds legit, doesn't it? This all checks out. Black guy, rob, yeah. Investigators who went to Watson's apartment said there was no evidence of a shooting outside, but neighbors told them they heard screaming coming from his apartment earlier in the evening. After obtaining a search warrant, officers entered his home and found blood, ting, bullet fragments, ting, and an empty gun case. Pressed by police, Watson finally admitted that he made the whole story up and was looking at a handgun he was thinking about buying and placed it in his pocket where it went off, with the bullets hitting his genitals. Watson, who refused to tell police where the gun disappeared to, has been check his anus. He's been charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm by a drug offender, and 2 counts of false reports to law enforcement. There you go. That, my friends, is your distorted news for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. You guys want to know where I got that, I think it was Asian thing from? Do you guys care? This is the clip from The Cable Guy. And it's like on TV, there's a trial going on. Someone's been accused of murder. I guess murdering their father or something. And he's going to blame it on Asians. MTV News.
Hi, I'm Tabitha Soren with MTV News. Today in the Sam Sweet case, the prosecution played the 911 call that Sam Sweet made the night he murdered his brother. Keep in mind, Mr. Sweet confessed 1 month later.
Oh my God, my kid brother's been shot. I think it was an Asian gang or something. I saw someone, he looked Asian, and he was speaking another language. I'm pretty
That's what I remember from that movie. Ben Stiller. Not even a Jim Carrey clip. It's like Ben Stiller. All right, so that's where that came from, in case you were wondering. Love to hear from you guys. 206-666-4463. That's our voicemail line. Other ways to contact us, show at DistortedView. And by us, I mean me. There's only one person running this dumb operation. Show at DistortedView.com, Facebook.com/DistortedView. Show at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram. And just look me up in other places like SoundCloud. I'm over there at SoundCloud. Distorted View Show.
Hi, Tim, honey. It's Cheryl Murkowski. Nah, it's the Cheryl Murkowski impersonator. I wanted to weigh in.
You might as well be Cheryl Murkowski, because Cheryl Murkowski doesn't call into the show anymore. She has disowned us.
Cheryl Murkowski impersonator. I wanted to weigh in on...
I think she's mad at me because I did not give her any of the proceeds from the Distorted View poster, which features her image somewhere in there.
On my...
She's a Jew.
The NES music that you were playing, the 8-bit stuff.
Yes.
My favorite back in the day was from Bionic Commando.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Man, that was one of the best playlists that they had on that thing.
To this day, I was horrible as a kid picking out video games. I always picked out the dumbest fucking shit. I remember, one time... I did pick out some good games, too. I remember I would beg my father to buy me a game when I, get a good report card or whatever. Finally, he took me to the store, and I picked out Kid Icarus, which was not a bad game, but I didn't really like it. Well, as a kid, I didn't like that game so much. I grew to like it. But I would pick games like Anticipation. That was one of the games that I picked. Do you guys remember Anticipation? It was like Pictionary, kind of, where the computer would start drawing something, just like a line drawing, and you'd have to guess what the computer was drawing. And there was like a board. It kind of looked like Trivial Pursuit board, and they had different colors, and each of the colors were a different category, and you had to get one of every color. Bad game. I mean, it was an okay game if you had a bunch of people to play with, but I was, a 10-year-old kid with no friends. Who am I going to play with? I played against the computer and lost all the time. But, so I had that game, but to this day, I get the theme song stuck in my head. Ready? Here we go. I'm warning you right now. It's going to get stuck in your head. This is the cheesiest, worst song ever. It's a constant loop. This is the music that plays in my head. Oh, that's the end. They didn't loop it. Thank Christ. All right, so that is another 8-bit musical memory of mine.
Jagu, Tim.
Jagu.
I actually have an idea for you to get more subscribers. I don't know how heroic this would be, or just how you would pursue this, because I don't know.
Do a better show.
What your stance is on it all. But there's these atheists on YouTube. You probably know him. You've probably seen his videos. Amazing Atheists, how just ridiculously fat and just ridiculous he is.
Mm-hmm.
You both should be around Columbus, and I think on one of their live shows, you should show up, because they're having Vegan Gains versus Mr. Rexion, and Vegan Gains actually threatened his life.
Wait,
what? So it's actually pretty ridiculous to see YouTube's that are actually popular going in at each other's throats.
Can someone call in and decipher what this guy is saying? Thank you.
Hey, Timmy Boo, this is Anal Beat Breakfast. This is calling just to tell you that you are a wonderful fucking host. I love you. I love your show.
Thank you.
Hope that everything is going well. Me and all my roommates love everything that you have to say. Fucking love you, Timmy Boo. Keep up the good work. Keep everything going good.
Thank you.
And I'll have a video for you about why my name is Anal Beat Breakfast to come soon.
That sounds potentially disturbing and right up my alley.
Love you. Goo.
My back alley.
Hey, Tim, this is Sideshow Freak, or from Cannibal, calling in again.
The depressed listener.
I just got done listening to the show where you were talking about the DV community on Steam, which gave me the idea to call in here and leave my gamer tag for like Xbox and stuff.
Okay.
So on Xbox One, my tag is ChiliDog94, ChillyDog94. So if any of the other freaks want to add me,
on PSN, I'm Rusty Trombone.
Screw around on like GTA Online or something, mess with people on the voice chat, talk about prolapse.
Hit me up on Wii U, I'm Truffle Butter.
And shit. If anyone does add me, just message me something to do with DB, like freak or something, so I know where you're coming from.
Okay, I don't want people calling in now, just leaving their gamer tags. There's got to be a place to do that, right? Just go on Reddit. How about our subreddit, distortedview.reddit.com. Start a thread with leaving your gamer tag information.
Hey,
there's Spiral Ham Fucker.
To tell you that I love you. I love all you guys so much, man. I love you freaks. Tim, Boo, the guy that does the freaks, man. I'm like trying to get anything sultry. That's what I'll tell you.
All right, thank you very much, Spiral Ham Fucker, for checking in. I mean, he goes on for another minute, but I think we should just end right there.
Hello, Timothy. It's Cochrane again. Long-time listener, just recently signed back up as a member.
Good boy.
I am enjoying the September 9th episode of your show with the British dolls. It's pretty creepy looking. But anyways, my main gripe, where the hell are the rest of the years in the archive? Stop 2012. Where's 13 and 14?
Well, I'll tell you, if you add the feed for 2014, it's superfreaksideshow.com/2014. You'll have all the episodes right there. I'm sorry. I almost swallowed something wrong. I don't know what the hell's going on with my throat. Jizz lodge back there. So I'm testing out doing the archives as if they are separate podcasts. So if you're using like the iOS app, just add the feed, superfreaksideshow.com/2014. Add that as a feed. It'll ask for your username and password, and then you'll have access to every single episode from 2014. So now we're just missing 2013, but I'm going to be adding that as a feed in the next couple of weeks. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, thank you everyone for the voicemails. Keep them coming. That's all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh God, is it? Oh God.
I love mushrooms.
You know what, Vincent Price? Up until today, I didn't really have an opinion one way or the other about mushrooms. But you've convinced me. I love mushrooms too. Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Very important. If you're not subscribed to the feed in iTunes as well, it takes just a second. It really does help us out in the rankings. I will see you back tomorrow if you are Sideshow members. Otherwise, I'll be back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody. I'm a pretty pony, clippity-clop, clippity-clop. I love to have my mane brushed underneath the old oak tree.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.